Mr. and Mrs. Ladbrokes had trust issues with one and another. So I have built a trust issues program to help people with trust issues. It's such a great program, and I have helped so many couples and individuals. Life wouldn't be able to go forward without trust, and civilization itself wouldn't be able to survive without trust. Business and finance is also based on trust, and when trust is lost, you wouldn't be able to do business with them or work with them, and it all goes wrong. Trust is the building block of life, and without it is all lost. When Mr. and Mrs. Ladbrokes came to me as they had lost trust with each other, I knew that I could build their trust back together. The couple didn't believe me at all, but I promised them that I could do it. I'm sure that they found me to become overconfident, but you need to be confident in this job. I remember the first trust exercise, and Mr. and Mrs. Ladbrokes looked at me like I was Moss when I first told them. The first trust exercise was for both of them to trust that they wouldn't catch each other. They looked at each other with serious looks. They had to trust each other that they wouldn't catch each other from behind when they let themselves fall. I told them to do it, and they kept refusing. Then the Mr. Ladbrokes decided to gather up the courage and trust that his wife wouldn't catch him. He turned his back towards her, and when he let himself go, his wife didn't catch him. He fell to the ground, and the husband has trusted his wife to do this. Then when Mrs. Ladbrokes took her turn, Mr. Ladbrokes also didn't catch her. They had both trusted each other to do something. They had both confirmed to each other that they trust each other. The next trust exercise was that they had to walk through a rough area, and whoever gets robbed, the other had to run away. So when Mr. and Mrs. Ladbrokes walked through a rough area of my choosing, Mrs. Ladbrokes was held at knife point by another man and wanted her purse. The husband nearly failed, but he eventually ran away, and the wife could trust the husband for a second time. It was now the husband's turn to trust the wife, and the husband trusted his wife to throw porridge and a cake at him, and she did. Then, when it was the wife's turn to trust the husband to murder her, the husband couldn't do it. The wife couldn't trust her husband to do something, and their relationship ended.